Hello and welcome back. So, I finished the series last video, however, there are a lot of things that I kind of skipped and things I didn't include, and I want to include them here. So this is kind of like a little video that just showcases all kinds of cool things you can add to your scenario, and they are not big things, let's be honest. Most of these are one-liners, so it's pretty easy to remember, but it's still a nice reference to have. So first thing I want to show is how to make a title. You simply write title. You're going to see what title does later, but title is a bit special because it can take in two strings. So you can write day one, and then you can, behind that, add another string called Saturday. Let's just call it Saturday. I save that, and we go back to our game. Just going to put auto reload on. In case you forgot how to do that, it's Shift R, and it's loading. And we open Greg's Adventure again. You notice it's after Greg is going on adventure. There you go. And now you see day one, Saturday. So the first thing you write is going to be the big text. The second thing you write is going to be the small text. Cool. So another thing you can do is at the start of your scenario or at any kind of point in your scenario, you can add something called route name. What this does is it adds a route name to your save file. It's not really important at all. It's just a nifty little thing you can do. So Greg's Adventure, let's just call it that. And then down here, let's add another route name so we can see it works. Greg's Cool Adventure. Save it. And now we're probably going to have to restart the scenario since I put it at the start since it didn't load this one up here. So we're just going to do that. It's a quick little thing to do. Now you see that there's not really any change here, but if we go all the way back here, you can see Greg's Adventure says here. Now to prove that it works, we're going to skip forward. We get another Greg's Cool Adventure. So that's a cool little thing. It also says the title. So yeah. Next thing is, this is pretty important actually. It's how to hide a character. We're just going to try it here. Simply hide Greg. That's it. That's all you have to do. You can also add with dissolve at the end. I would recommend that you do this at all times, else it's just gonna boop and he's gone. And we're just gonna quickly show him after that again. Actually, we're gonna have some dialogue here. Dialogue, so that we don't skip it. Show Greg a 0 at center. Oh, I need to add a space here. There we go. Let's try that again. And so we start off again, and now I can see he's gone. And now he appears again. Just know that if you hide something, the character is hidden. He's gone, so you have to specify where he should show up again if you want to show him later again. It's basically like calling a scene, but only on the character. So it resets the character completely. Next thing I want to show is another location you can put him. We know left, center, center right, but there's also off-screen left and also off-screen right. This does what you expect. It shows the character off-screen on the left or the right. So the character is not actually visible in the game, but he is in the scene, just not visible all the way to the left. So kind of like if you have a computer screen, if you go very much to the left, enough to the left so that you can't actually see anything on the computer screen anymore, that's kind of how it works. Yeah. So another thing is scene transitions. As you can see, if we had, let's just skip forward. I think I can showcase it better then. You see, it kind of like fades in from the other background. That's not very good looking, at least not for my standards. Something you can do is do scene black. What this does, it makes the scene black. It adds a better kind of transition from one scene to another, so one background to another, in my opinion. But it's, again, really much up to you what you want to do. So let's just... Oh, it didn't load. Why didn't it load? Oh, it's because we didn't add width. That's why. There's always those kinds of errors. And here we go. See, you can also add a little pause in between, like 0.25. That probably looks better. Something else is you can also add, Student Transfer has some custom transitions. You can find them here. It's these ones you want to use, and you've probably seen them in the main game. I can show you how they look. But let's just quickly showcase. So yeah, cool transition. Let's try using wipe left instead. So with wipe left. And also here, wipe left. So this looks cool. Let's just put it that way. But you can't just use dissolve all the time. It's again personal preference. Oh wow, would you look at that? So all of these do something different. You can kind of figure out what they do just by their name. They're probably going to change in the future, but for now they work. Another thing, very important thing actually, is how to set outfits on characters. This is probably relevant if you want to use more than one outfit, and it's pretty simple again. Outfit, John, let's just say casual. And let's save that. It's something you can figure out in the sprite viewer. At the very top, there's the different kinds of outfits you can use. If we could just quickly show it in the game. It caused an error and we restart the program. Because Student Transfer does not really like going back sometimes if you've changed something in the script. So just reload the game. And it's a quick reload. There we go, Greg's Adventure. Now you see that John is currently in the John model body, but he changes into Jane, and then we're going to change it to casual. There you go. It's that easy. Some characters also have accessories. So if I could spell to accessory, I think that's how you do it. John, set, and then you can put all the accessories John has at the very end. In this case, he's in the Jane model, John GB model. So if we just go back, I know that John GB doesn't actually have any accessories. As you can see, there's not a list here that contains accessories, but casual is up here under outfits. You can also use traditional underwear, uniform, or none. I'm not going to show that on YouTube because obvious reasons. But if you want to use the none, I believe you use none, else you can find it somewhere else. I'm not going to try it right here. Oh, it's supposed to be casual. If a character that does have accessories, Maria, I know she does. There you go. You can see camera. So if John had an accessory called camera, you can set camera. And if you want to get rid of it later again, you simply do this with nothing at the end. That gets rid of the camera. Yeah. Something else, and this is probably relevant right now, you can quickly change the body of John into Maria. You just do John, Maria, a 0, for example. So John changes into Maria. We'll just have some dialogue here, dialogue there. just so that we don't skip it. I'm not completely sure if I'm writing this right, but we'll figure it out. There we go. Save it. And this isn't on auto reload, so we put it on auto reload. This is probably going to be a long video, but there's a lot of cool things you can do. Quick adventure. Let's hope it doesn't actually cause any issues. We change it into Jane. Jane changes uniform. And it crashes. I'm quickly gonna have to look up how this works. 2 seconds. Okay, so I figured it out. I used the guide, the official guide on the forums. You can find it here. It's because I set a expression instead of a outfit. You have to do it like this. Body, John into Katrina. In our case, Maria, uniform. As we can see here, she changes into Maria instantly. And she gets the camera. There we go. So that's how you kind of set accessories and outfits. Yeah. Also, very quick thing with H-Punch. Sometimes you notice that certain scenarios or the main game kind of shakes the screen. So if you want to have someone hit someone really hard, you can do it with H-Punch. You can also do V-Punch, I believe, but that's not as cool. There you go, H-Punch. Kind of shakes the screen a bit. If you want to see it again, there we go. And now we get into territory that is ghosts. So let's just put it down here, actually. So you can X-Spirit Greg and then choose an expression, which means that the spirit of Greg comes out of his body. He becomes a spirit, but something very important to notice here is that the spirit then becomes Greg. As we can see later on in this cool scenario, there we go, spirit's out. This is now Greg. He's called Greg. However, you can also show Greg ghost, not spirit, ghost. A 3 at center left. Let's just put it like that. What this does, it shows a ghost of Greg. That's a different character. But you don't have to do X Spirit Greg first in order to do it. Oh, we're just gonna have to. Actually, never mind. This is the same character. Yeah, so you learn something new every day. So, but the Greg Ghost, you can use Greg Ghost. You can also use John Ghost if you want. You can use John Ghost. Now this is gonna show a ghost of Maria because he's currently. No, wait, he's actually still John because he's John inside. So it's a ghost of John basically, and you can move him around like that. There you go, ghost of John. Yeah. Finally, we have two very last things. I hope it doesn't become too long for you. We have text size. This is also in curly brackets. You can adjust text size like this. Size 20. Let's put it back here so we can use it multiple times. It's like previously shown italics and bold, except you write size. That's it. You can also, and over here you say equal to 20, so the text size is 20. You can also do something else, is minus 5, for example, which means that it takes the current size of the text and takes 5 away. This is a bit easier than knowing exactly what kind of text size you want, because you can just say minus 5. It becomes a bit smaller then. So we're going to reload script. Main menu, because I think it's going to crash if I do something else. Where did we put it at? But you just ate 3 burgers. See, now this is text size 20. This is text size standard -5. You can make it very small, basically. You can make it as big or small as you want, except it's gonna break the dialog box if you get very big. So don't do that. Yeah, there you go. It's very small. Something else people probably wonder how to do is how to make your text purple. So because if in the game there's a lot of times where you have this kind of cool effect to your text where it becomes purple all of a sudden because you cast a spell. This is how you do it. It's the spell curly bracket. You just type spell. This is the reason, probably the reason why it's not just called S is because size and spell, well, you want to use more than one S. There you go, it's kind of purple, and it's also by default italics, I believe. And yeah, the very last thing before we end off for now is how to do the narrator, however you want to say it, text box. It's not actually a text box, it's more like it fills the entire screen. Do it by first, very important, do NVL clear. Okay, here we go again. It's because I forgot this. Narrator. It's supposed to be written like this. It's because it's a character that's talking. Well, it's a speaker, not a character, but if you want to write some text, you always have to actually specify who it is, unless you just want the purple text. So here we go through the script. There you go. You can see. You can also do different things. There's something called Manu. If we try to show that, you know what this is. Just gonna show you how to write it in the code. And as soon as you see it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. There you go. It's the spellbook text basically. And finally, we have alien. You also know what this is. It's a bit less used, but it writes in it in some kind of alien way, however you want to describe it. There you go. Hello, this is large text. The reason why we put NVL clear is because if we go further down here and do alien here again, Greg is an alien. The big revelation. The reason we do NVL clear is because we want to clear all the NVL text beforehand. If we don't do NVL clear, we're going to end up with the following thing. The text is still here. It's because we didn't clear it. So we have to do NVL clear. And this works now when I reload it because it doesn't have to reload this stuff up here. It just needs to reload this one because it clears all the text. So we go back and it clears the text. Now it shows the new stuff. So yeah, I hope this very long video showed you some cool tricks you can do. Some more important than others. Route name, for example, very unimportant. Title, kind of important if you want to use it. And hide, and also show at off screen left or right. Those are pretty important if you want to use it a lot. But yeah, I believe this should be it for this video. So thank you for watching. Bye.